Make sure I can sit through. That is tight. Tight, tight, tight. Rotation of the body. I don't know what that is, but but at least you can slide down through there easily enough.
London, Calvin, we found hellhole. Let's get after it.
Yip, 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 yip.
Warning, the actions and stunts performed in this video were done so by experts. Do not enter a cave without a cave tour guide.
Yep, there we go. And into the hellhole we go. Not a problem, it's slippery, lots of space. I don't know who thought this was gonna be a problem.
But the cave would prove to be a problem, as they would soon find out.
Beautiful cave though. It's dirty, but the white limestone, the flowstone is spectacular. And then coming down into the first bottleneck area. Look at this, I can pothole myself through here. I can go head first, it's not even an issue. Not even an issue.
It's really spacious.
It's very spacious. Well, the flowstone is very slippery, and so you could get in a spot where it would be, if it was wet, it would be slippery. Gets a little tighter, so that's good. Nothing that has bothered me yet.
The first portion of the cave is often referred to as the birthing canal. It's a crawl which must be navigated by all who want more than just a taste of the darkness of hellhole.
Here we go. Going through here. Oh yeah, that is it. Ooh, it's a bit tight right there, but and good. Let's go for it. Here comes London. So London's coming down through here. Move your feet towards the left. There you go. Just like that. You got it. Turn around and just look how big it is in here.
Spacious.
Go, step, step. And what a pretty cave. This is a very pretty cave. Yeah, this is cool. There's a big floor here, another big drop, and we'll just keep going. So this is London going to the next section of room. As you can see, go ahead and get up in there. So drop down, it's tight. We're getting close to the birthing canal.
Whoa, there's a little tiny hole.
So this is some sort of canal that they don't know. They say it's too tight. I should rub my finger. Oh yeah, that is narrow. So they say this is too narrow, and you could really slip down in here. This is not the way. You don't want to go this way. I'm gonna take a peek. It does drop down here a ways. There's clearly been people throwing stuff down here, but nobody's bothered. And the stone, even though like it's very smooth, which is very helpful for slipping along, it's also helpful for slipping in and getting wedged in a place you don't want to be.
The caver must take extra care when entering a vertical passage. It may well be spacious near the top, but if it constricts at the bottom, a misguided slip can result in the caver getting wedged into a place they cannot crawl out of.
Yeah, this little area is a death trap for somebody if they're not careful. I'm afraid that eventually somebody might get hurt in there. But there are here. I gotta switch feet. Roll out of here. This is not easy. There's some challenging bits in here. No doubt about that. I guess the slipperiness is both a blessing and a curse. It makes it very easy to go through these passages, but it also can make it easy to slip into an area you don't want to slide into.
The harsh and sometimes jagged lining of the lava tube makes movement in either direction difficult, whereas the smooth limestone rock makes slipping along quite easy. This can be an advantage or disadvantage depending on what the caver is trying to accomplish.
Underneath this knuckle here, that is pretty tight. You can slide through. Going in blind, but it seems to hold up the room. I've got my gear with me. Okay, hang on. Oh yeah. Just your body as you go through. So you go like this, I twist.
The corkscrew is an area of the cave which requires a body twist while navigating the passage. Because of the location of the embedded stone, the caver must enter and slowly turn their body from face down to face up. This can be extremely uncomfortable if the caver isn't flexible or aware of the necessity of the move.
Too narrow. Stay flat out. Ah! Okay. London coming through the corkscrew.
London, being the much smaller caver, does not have to perform the body twist when navigating the corkscrew passage.
How you feeling, bud?
Good.
Is that pretty tight, though?
No, it's actually not that bad.
Okay, well, it was tight for me.
Hey, we're gonna get lost in hellhole.
You suck at directions. I don't know how to go. No, we went down, but this goes up, so I don't know where we are, but I know how to get back. Yeah. We abandoned my gear someplace back, so if we find a climb, we're gonna be in trouble.
I don't even know where we are.
Oh, that's half the joy of caving. The joy of caving. Where are we? I don't know. This is like, kind of ropes would be a good idea, but they don't seem 100% necessary. I don't want to get in something we can't get out of. This will be tough, but I think with both of us, we can make it. We can do human ladder stuff. If you go back down. But I just didn't find it to be all that hard.
With the aid of ropes, the cavers are able to descend the vertical passage by wedging themselves between the narrow cave walls, slowing the downward pull of gravity.
And you're going to slide, you put your foot on that rock right there.
The lower position caver can provide assistance by calling up where the foot and handhold locations are to the person descending the passage above them.
Yeah, you're good. Drop to your left there. But getting back up will be harder. So yeah, you can kind of walk yourself down this situation here. Boy, the rocks are slippery. If you're in good shape and you're thin, you can go through this cave. But it does have some challenges. For a tourist cave, for a semi-developed cave, it's quite dangerous. You could easily get yourself jammed up in here, easily get yourself stuck. If you don't like claustrophobic spaces, you will not like this cave. If you don't like heights, you will not like this cave. If you don't like the sensation of getting lost, you will not like this cave. All that being said, you can come through this cave in a relatively safe manner. You can get through it. It's a pretty cave. There's a lot of stalactites and stalagmites. The big ones have been broken off, but you can still see the flow stone, how it's come through here over time. I mean, it's dirty, it's no longer white. See if you can see me, that's all. I am going down this, and it is not probably a good idea. But, you know, I'm full of bad ideas, so.
Wanting to continue down what is suddenly realized to be a difficult vertical passage, the caver is at an impasse, not knowing for certain if they can return the way they came.
But the problem is, the couple feet that it is, if you go straight down, it will die. If you can go to the side 1 or 2 inches, you're fine. But you can't see that on the line. Here's London, and we're in the hallway of faces, and they are quite interesting. There is the devil's face there too. Lots of interesting faces here. Good job, everybody. Lots of interesting artwork. Most of it's just potty humor, you know, so grow up, guys. Hallway of butts. There's just lots of potty humor in here, but it is interesting. It's not super dangerous, but again, climbing down in here, not great, man. Not great. Don't tell London's mom. Oh, there's no parking here, London. We gotta go. Okay, London found a geocache of sorts, so she's gonna try to open it.
Oh, it's like the note. It's the notebook.
Oh, okay. There's a ledger. Great. Let's sign the ledger.
A ledger is used as a means of keeping track of who has made it in or to the end of a cave. Signing to the ledger will permanently inscribe this expedition onto the cave's history.
So this is going to be, what's the date? Caveman Hikes. YouTube. Getting out will be something else. But, look up. We're going to have to get out of that. That's the way out. That rock's wedged in here. This is a nice cave.
Getting out of the cave would immediately prove more difficult than getting in.
So tell them we're lost and that you're scared. You can get up safely there.
Yeah, there's a...
So we're coming up through here. This limestone is very smooth. And the advantage of the limestone being smooth, we keep saying, it's easy to slip up through stuff. But it's also easy to slip down. So the saving grace of this cave is also the danger of this cave. You can slip through tight spaces. That's nice. But you can also slip into tight spaces. And we found both to be a problem. We found both to make our life difficult. It's hard to climb in and out of, but not impossible. Hellhole, yeah! This is a kind of hell. I can't get out of this. It's like 60 feet down there. You gotta wedge yourself in not to die. I've got all these ropes now. That's what the problem is. They're wrapped around my gear, so that's why it's getting heavier and heavier. Gotta get these ropes tangled. The ropes are helpful, but right now I'm tangled up. Oh, I'm free. Dude, that was pulling me down. I can feel like 100 pounds of weight off me. But there's so many good ram's horns and knuckles on the limestone that we're able to get out of that. But let me show you down in there. Look at that. Bottom of the pit down there. London's decided she just wants to cave and cave. She had a bleeder on her elbows bleeding. Both of our elbows and arms are bleeding.
Over time, the caver's body can become a ledger of its own, with a lifetime of caving adventures engraved in flesh.
I don't know what we did. I don't know how we got in here or how we're gonna get out. I just don't remember any of this.
Me either.
Garbage time. Do we like it? No, we don't. Do we love it? Yes, we do. Okay, here's London through the corkscrew, and she's small enough she doesn't have to twist her body too much. But how's your movements? You enjoy that or no?
No.
Running through the corkscrew. I'm losing my pants. Oh, that's really tight right there.
I know.
I feel like I got fatter during the trip.
A passage which may have seemed easy on the way in often proves more difficult in the opposing direction.
It is fun to slide on this. It's a fun cave. Do you remember which way? Uphill.
It is often difficult to recognize the same passages when leaving the cave. The caver must always be vigilant to maintain a reasonable idea of their own location within the cave walls.
There's this tiny hole we have to squeeze out.
The aptly named man-trap is a squeeze which is more difficult when leaving the cave. It slopes uphill, forcing the caver to fight against gravity, and the smoothness of the limestone prevents from getting a good grip.
So coming up through the squeeze, this is a vertical squeeze. This is the piece de resistance. If you can't get through this, you're not getting in this cave. This is tighter than that entrance. Ooh, if I breathe in, I can't fit. One arm through.
The caver must squeeze themselves through the rock knuckle going upward. In this case, Calvin, trying to bring some of his gear with him, must leave one hand behind, while his forward arm pulls on the rope to gain leverage. His feet hang behind him, rendered useless by the small bluff.
For me, I just use my arm strength to pull up the rope.
Okay. Through. Got my knee pads. So London's basically going up, straight up. This is a very steep pitch here. Hot. Hungry. Are you safe?
No.
We are leaving the cave.
At last, the exit is reached, and the cavers are relieved to see daylight once again and breathe in the fresh coastal air.
Look, Ma, hellhole! So if you want to test your metal, this is totally fine. You can get hurt in here, but you can also get in and get out. Because there are challenges, and they're unsafe, but you can still do them if you're tough. Arm out there too. I'm gonna get my arm out like this. My shoe. Okay, point your light down. Or turn it off. Okay, that's fine.
Should I turn it off?
Just so I don't want there to be too much glare. Okay, stick your head out the hole all the way. Come on. Jam it in there. Like this. Here we go. We can do two. I can do one with just you. My face was covered too. You look good. Look, Ma! Hellhole! So this is London, and I'm Calvin, and we are here to find the bottom of Hellhole.
A return trip is planned, but with proper technical equipment and crew, prepared to navigate the lowest and furthest known impassable passages, in order that they might push the cave beyond the known borders of the map.